don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Cause I'm open to it. I know that you're missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she the steps you took just to get to the place that you're at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the boys. You know.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began. The game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
A 3-yard pickup.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
36-yard line.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now a give, right side, Cottrell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2nd down and goal. Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Panthers nothing. Bradley Pinion the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Kaepernick now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to Curtis Samuel.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage. Before being dropped inside the 40.
Yards. And a Panther first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, ball 66. Let's go. Here we go again. Sugar.
Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the
But whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was second among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check. Block 56. Check it, reload.
To throw is Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Brady into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
It's over.
The
It's
20.
over. Let's dominate.
10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. A rare pick 6 thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick 6s in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Buccaneers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Wait, set, 53!
56! Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Airing this one out for Evans. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Wait, set.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. But one more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken right on the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Open man is Anderson. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now, Kaepernick again. Eluding the pressure right. incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
We're cleaning up, baby.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made by K1 Short.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down.
4-yard line.
Alabama, 380.
Shotgun now for Brady. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the Panthers.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Levante David. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
3rd and 2.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Going deep this time. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scotty Miller, 53 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Panthers.
Play action. It's Kaepernick. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A gain of 6 yards.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards received.
It's saying if they pay me, I'll do it.
Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Slide for the PAT.
For the point after.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
28 all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Brady now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got this down to the 35.
Buccaneers.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. On play action, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Score Panthers 35, Buccaneers 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now this time he'll look to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Panthers 42, Buccaneers 28.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady going to try and throw on third down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes right side.
Okay, baby, come on.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score Panthers 49. Buccaneers 28.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Leonard Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll run it again with Fournette. And some room to work. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 17-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Buccaneers 28.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without. I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, we're poppin' in. Go pop up on me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.